The deaths of Marta Vasquez, Deanna and Samantha Castillo have left the Castillo and Escobar Vasquez families shaken to the core. 3 young lives lost on the George Price Highway following the tragic traffic accident on Saturday afternoon. 6-year-old Angelique Castillo is the only survivor. Vasquez and her 2 young daughters and her sister-in-law had just left off from the old Belize and were heading home to the city when near mile 3.5, a truck traveling in the opposite direction crashed head-on in Castillo's SUV, which caused it to flip 2 times and landed on its side off the highway. Several reports cited that a truck driven by U.S. diplomat Justin Guidry was overtaken when it slammed into the SUV driven at the time by Samantha Castillo along the George Price Highway. And while it is reported that Guidry caused the fatal accident, that is no consolation for this family. They have lost 3 of their own, and it is likely that they will just have to move on from this tragedy because Guidry will not be criminally charged due to his diplomatic status. The family have not been able to get answers they're looking for.
We get to understand that at the moment of the impact, the diplomat just came out of the vehicle, not render aid, and he just left the scene.
He wasn't injured?
To our understanding is that he, they're saying, I'm not saying because I haven't seen this person, but they're saying that he walked out of the vehicle, got into another vehicle, and he was taken to the hospital. Now the thing is that, that's what hurts the most because he didn't have no heart, to render assistance. Seeing people there, he didn't had no heart to come in and assist. Basically, he has not even get in contact with the family. We understand that he has been flown out already out of the country.
Do you know if any alcohol was involved? Anybody informed the guys if the guy seemed to be under the influence or if a sample was taken to determine that? What are the police saying to you guys?
That is, that's a very tough question. Yeah, we don't know if this guy was drinking because the vehicle was moved away on a holiday. Was moved away to a different location. Yeah, I smelled it, and when I went there to look for evidence, the vehicle was already moved. Yeah, and what can we do? What can we do, right? So we're just going to see how we move on from this tragedy. It's a burden that we have on our backs. Our loving sister is not going to be there with us again. She was taken away. She was taken away on a very tragic way.
Rangel Sadasi is a worker with the Castillo family. He arrived on the scene some 10 minutes later and assisted the victims. In an interview on Tuesday, Sadasi told us what he heard on the scene about how the accident happened.
After the accident, he came back and he gave a statement to some police officer.
Okay, what did he say happened?
He said something will happen for their vehicle, and then when they try to come off of the road for no traffic, no?
Mm-hmm.
At the same time, they say one vehicle going to come and fly past there, and the same time you fly past there, and then the accident happened.
So there was some kind of overtaking happening?
Yes, ma'am, but not overtake, yes. The pickup may overtake, whatever truck when they broke down, to come off of the road, he overtake.
Mm.
So when the collision happened, the vehicle flipped and went into the left shoes and it landed by his side.
Guidry is a diplomat at the U.S. Embassy, and the police have not been able to provide us with any information other than the fact that he wasn't served with a notice of intended prosecution. That is primarily because he cannot be held criminally liable for the accident which he allegedly caused. Guidry has diplomatic immunity. That is based on the rules concerning diplomats set forth in the 1961 Vienna Convention on Diplomatic Relations, agreed upon by 187 countries, including Belize and the USA. The treaty states clearly that diplomatic agents, including, quote, the members of the diplomatic staff and of the administrative and technical staff and of the service staff of the mission, enjoy immunity from the criminal jurisdiction of the receiving state, end quote. They also enjoy immunity from civil proceedings unless the case involves property or business interests unrelated to their diplomatic duties. The pain for the families affected is one that many other families have faced in Belize. Loved ones taken away in an instant in road traffic accidents, at times caused by reckless drivers on the road. And Escobar appealed to drivers to do better on our highways.
They had so much plans. They, planning on marrying, planning on having more kids, and everything was going so fine. And all of a sudden, it just cut out from there. Yeah, but what can we do? Just pray to God for strength and guidance, and I hope that there are so many accidents happened before, but I wish that our transport department, us Belizeans, because we cannot blame the government, we cannot blame the police, we cannot blame the Department of Transport. It's us Belizeans who are supposed to learn to behave better and drive more careful, especially on curves, on blind spots. You cannot not to do that, and not because you have a big truck that means that you can hit the small one because you can survive on the small one. No, you cannot do that. We really have to, as Belizeans, we really have to start growing up on that mentality. I want to ask the people of Belize, not just us Belizeans, but life is very, very precious. Before you take drinks, before you stuff in your body, please understand that there are many loved ones out there, and sometimes we are not that same person that we are when we are in our five senses, because of one simple habit that we have of taking a little beer, a little rum, and then we drive and we cause something like this. Let's go think about the other families, right? We are humans and we have feelings.
Reporting for News 5, I'm Andrea Polanco.